the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 973. We're back. Second day in a row, doing it live. We got Monty. No Hannibal, though. There's no Hannibal. So,
Family.
Yeah, family.
I realized that's an H3H3 meme, too. They do the same thing over there on their podcast.
I wouldn't even know, honestly.
I saw that last night.
Yeah, I've literally never watched H3H3. Except for the one time he did a reaction to Keemstar and the quartering, I think it was.
Yeah.
That was the one time I've ever watched H3H3, and I did it just for prep because we knew we were going to talk about that later.
Yeah.
So, few quick announcements. Post show tonight, immediately following this show. All patrons $10 and above, or members of this channel by clicking the join link, signing up for our only tier as a channel member. That will get you into tonight's post show. Tonight's post show is only for members or patrons. We are going to watch something that I didn't feel comfortable watching tonight on the regular show. There are two people. There's Captain Content. There's Chicken Andy. They got into a fist fight. We're going to review that and a few other things on the post show, so you'll want to see that.
Poot.
Thank you, Coop Car. Wow, now we're at 36% of the goal, and this is the second show of the week so far.
Always appreciate you, Coop.
Also, use the link in the description to download the Brave browser. Use it at least every time you watch DP. If not, make it your primary browser. You should really do that because it sends you the basic attention tokens that you can use to support the stream. All you got to do is be on one of our videos. Here's a video from like a week or two ago. You just click the triangle and do send a tip. As you can see, we're a verified creator on the Brave browser. It's real money that you can earn without actually giving us money. All you got to do is use this browser. It's insane. You should do it. It helps us out a lot. These times are tough, and that's a way for you to give us a contribution without actually having to spend any real money. So please do that.
If you only use the Brave browser to watch us, you'll still accrue tokens. You can give them right back to us. Now we can buy mansions and yachts.
It's true. If you at the very least use the Brave browser just to support the show, you can just use it when you watch the show. I notice the more I use it throughout a month's time, if I use it more than Chrome, I get more tokens. So, and if you never get bats, I would suggest either you live outside of the zone. I don't know where you live, but there's only certain areas where they give bats, or there's a setting that's because you have to have notifications on your Windows desktop or on your phone enabled for the notifications to come up. Because it's ads. It's ad revenue, but the ads are very small. They're in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. You hardly even notice them. But if you're not getting them, then you're not going to get bats. So there's a few things that have to be in place. And there's a whole support community for Brave, for the browser, where if you have any questions or need tech support, they give it to you. They're a little slow because they do it as volunteers, but they will get back to you usually within a few weeks. So if there's a problem with the Brave browser, usually they can help you fix it. And that's all the promo stuff I have. We touched on Trump with Bill O'Reilly getting booed. I guess. Yeah. Bill O'Reilly and Trump are on this history tour, I guess. The magical history tour.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And
is their stage as cool as the Turning Point USA stage was?
No. There's not as many white people dancing poorly. You know. Here's the Action News intro, and then we'll get into this.
He called me sir. It got me so fuming angry.
You talk about Saudi Arabia all the time.
Wow. They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
And you better well learn to love it.
All right. So here's the clip of Trump getting booed by his own supporters for saying that he got a booster shot. There's very few things that'll get people to turn on Trump, but that's one of them. Because he's procured this audience over time. He's created a monster that someday he won't even be able to contend with.
He built everything on the conspiracy. He built his entire presidential run started with a conspiracy that Obama was born in Kenya. So of course he's going to attract these heavy conspiracy theorists, and they're going to bite you in the ass if you don't give them the milk you want. They still think he's QAnon, right? Like,
I don't know. You know, they're starting to turn, and that's we'll get to that in a second. But here's the clip.
Both the president and I are vaxxed, and did you get the booster?
Yes.
I got it too. Okay, so
Don't. That's all. There's a very tiny group over there.
So it's just a tiny group that's booing me. It's very tiny.
Very tiny group. There's a huge group that are unvaccinated, unfortunately, but a very tiny group that are booing about it.
Yeah.
I like to think the majority of people that are unvaccinated are like too busy to go get vaccinated. I don't know. Like, are they all anti-vaxxers?
There are 24-hour vaccination sites in many places. If they're not 24 hours, they're open 7 days a week. It's free, so cost isn't an option. I think pretty much every county in the country has at least one place to get vaccinated. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not convenience. It's superstition. It's they're conspiracy theorists.
Yeah, there are tons of places here.
Yeah. Yeah, so here's Alex Jones going crazy because Trump admitted to getting a booster.
Oh, God.
Take credit for it. It's a great, what we've done is historic.
Once again, sign on to it. Take credit for it. Just sign on, believe it. I mean, hell, we're fighting Bill Gates and Fauci and Biden and the New World Order and Psaki and the Davos group and Peter Daszak. And now we got Trump on their team.
What?
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
And that was a short clip. That was the whole clip. But yeah, now he thinks Trump is on the side of Fauci and Bill Gates and the New World Order.
Now we got Trump on their team. Maybe I am going to go talk about January 6th now.
Yeah.
I like that his papers are more organized than they used to be. Like, way to step it up, Alex Jones. He's got shit in order.
It looks like he has less of them. I don't know.
Well, he probably hasn't gone through and ruffled them all up just yet. I don't know how long his shows usually go. I imagine they all start out like that, and then he gets tuned up by the end of the show, and there's just paper everywhere.
I never thought that getting a shot would be so politicized to where, like, now, you know, Trump, maybe not single-handedly, but in many ways created the type of movement that Alex Jones is a part of. And they're ready to kick him to the curb because even he's not totally into the dogma. And it's whether or not you get a shot. It's so weird.
That's the government mistrust right now, and it's worrisome. We're only getting further separated through everything that's happening. This Build Back Better 50-50 split, and we got Joe Manchin sitting in the middle. Like why is this so hard? Like, why can't we just decide what we really need, come together, and make it happen instead of arguing about these side issues that people will never budge on? I guess they're really making us think that they're going to take away the Roe v. Wade, but is that going to happen? Even Texas's slight against Roe v. Wade was a weird civil bounty hunter system.
Right. I think there would need to be another Supreme Court ruling on that, or there would have to be a constitutional amendment passed overturning it. That's the only real way Roe v. Wade would be changed.
Yeah, that's the big fear right now from the left. I think the big fear from the right is what, just getting vaccinated and everybody passing away. Is that?
I don't know.
Is that I don't know what the right fear is right now.
They always say the weird population control thing, which is weird because the population is growing by leaps and bounds. The population is in no way shrinking, and anyone with half a brain can see that. The stats are there. So,
and don't you think if the left really wanted adrenochrome from babies, they would be pro-life?
Yeah.
Up until they could harvest?
They'd be like, "Oh man, yeah, let us help your baby get adopted. You don't want it? We'll take it."
I just started my adrenochrome factory the other day, and I got like 4 babies in there already. So
that's not bad. That's not bad.
Really easy to get them.
I heard that 2 people can just make them.
Yeah.
That's
no.
Yeah. You know how hard it is to get a baby on my own?
No.
You find another person and you can literally make one.
Yeah. Pretty strange.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't think Alex Jones really believes in any of this. I think he just knows his hustle and how it works.
With all the political discourse in America, the one thing we can all agree on is that Mitch McConnell is a fucking turtle.
He is. I think Alex Jones has been increasingly less genuine throughout his career as he's grown in fame. I think public access Alex Jones was more genuine about it, and his views were different. His views have changed as he's become more influential and wealthy because of this stuff.
We've always looked at the person who stands on their soapbox and the doom speakers with the megaphones or the soapboxes. We've always looked at them as crazy, right? That's how society painted them, as crazy.
Yeah.
How much of Alex Jones is act, and how much of Alex Jones might just be decades of sniffing his own farts?
I think he has enough self-awareness to know. His lawyer probably told him to say it, but he agreed to say it, that his shit is an act. He said it under oath in a deposition, which you can't legally lie in unless you want big trouble. So he admitted he's an actor. He's an entertainer. So maybe, and maybe what got him started into it maybe is a little bit of craziness. Who knows? But he knows what he needs to say to keep his audience on his side. And he doesn't want his audience to turn on him.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's now turning on President Trump. That's an interesting next step.
Oh, he's drawing a line in the sand because he sees what's happening. He sees the people turning on Trump. So why would he take Trump's side on this? If the majority of the people on his audience is willing to turn on Trump, they're willing to turn on him too.
Exactly.
Now, what if he does go?
Joke, Billy, don't fuck with him.
Don't fuck with him.
Yeah.
What if he does go to the January 6th trial now that he's been subpoenaed to talk? What if he does go and he just uses it as like his biggest platform to just dog on Trump and lead his agenda further?
I think anything's possible, but I don't think he would do that because he's going to implicate himself to a certain degree as well. Because he was behind, a lot of he was getting his following behind Trump, and I'm sure a lot of Alex Jones fans were there in the Capitol that day.
Probably. I think there's a level of deniability Alex Jones could maintain while still throwing fuel on the dumpster fire that is the January 6th Trump fiasco.
I would say
sending everybody towards the Capitol with
gross
negligence.
I would say Donald Trump bears the most blame. He held a rally down the road, pointed where to go, and told them to go, or they wouldn't have a country. I would say that's the most clear incitement. But I would say the political figures like Alex Jones and like Nick Fuentes and all the people that were there that were rallying followers of theirs are to a lesser degree involved and responsible. That's how I feel.
All right.
Yeah. I think you got to figure out how much how much incentive. Like, are they Charles Manson in these acts, in these criminal acts, or are they like
no one? Well, I guess a few people died. They weren't like outright murdered, but there were some policemen attacked.
There were definitely deaths. Yeah,
there were deaths. Yeah. No, I don't think they can be held directly responsible. Like Charles Manson, he was convicted of like the conspiracy to commit the murder, so he got punished for it. But unless they could prove Alex Jones had a plan to have his followers murder people, he wouldn't be held responsible for people getting killed necessarily.
Yeah. Yeah. But we'll see how this plays out. I do think they're building a case to go against Trump. Whether or not they have one, we'll see. It's very telling that his own son was like texting, telling them to make his dad back it off.
They have to be careful because if they make him look like a victim by going after him again, now that he's out of office, he could garner more sympathy.
Yeah.
Well, now that Alex Jones is turning against him and saying he's a shill for the New World Order, maybe this is the end.
It could be.
Maybe
you really think this is the end for Trump?
You know, there was a reason candidate Trump was on InfoWars.
Gave me for my deep state work to make the frogs gay.
Thank you.
Hey,
Yes.
Thank you for the Gay Frog Monday.
There was a reason why Trump.
Mars, is that guy responsible for that too? That just said.
Trump was the first ever presidential candidate to be interviewed by Alex Jones on InfoWars. And he, not a fringe candidate, a legit presidential candidate at the time. So that says a lot. That means Trump was interested in his Alex Jones' audience becoming potential voters for him, which I think a lot of them were. So yes, I think if the Alex Jones crowd leaves Trump, which is a huge audience, he has radio stations all over the country that play.
All right.
Yeah. So not only is Alex Jones, an online presence, he's on terrestrial radio literally coast to coast in every major city.
Now, we look at the vaccine, and because the numbers weren't high enough to reach that herd immunity that we were looking for early on, a lot of people might think the vaccine is a failure.
I don't know. I don't even want to talk about it.
But what if the one thing the vaccine did do was end Trump's career because Trump got it, and all his naysayers are mad now? Mission accomplished. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh God. I have not seen the new South Park. I didn't get to read that entire message, but I'm planning on watching it soon. I've just not been able to watch it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I saw the first one. I just haven't seen the follow-up yet, and I like the first one.
Everyone,
it was cute.
Everyone, please like the stream. Get us up to 100 likes. That would be cool. And we have a few other things to take a look at. Oh, man, this is... I'm sure Monty's heard about this because he lives in Louisiana. The judge in Louisiana, that woman judge that got in trouble. Do you know about this?
No. I've had my head buried in the sand for a couple weeks.
Well, she is a terribly offensive, racist, elitist, privileged trash woman.
They were watching security cam footage at some family get together, and some person that happened to be there got it, and this woman is a judge in Louisiana. Listen to what she says.
Okay.
Mom goes, why are the lights when I pull up in the whip, they be saying, God damn.
Why are your lights on? They're like, pull up.
And Mom's yelling, nigger! Nigger!
Oh, kid, we have a nigger. It's a nigger. Like a roach.
Look, I told that's me.
Like a roach.
And she's a judge.
Yeah.
Right?
Lafayette, Louisiana, too. Ooh.
You gotta feel like she's not just a judge. She's a prejudge.
Yeah.
This is prejudice right here.
Prejudice.
This is like, why should she be judging anything if she's prejudice?
But no, I'm really not surprised. It's Louisiana, so
yeah. Well, that's the big problem. That's the big problem here, because how many people has she put to jail now that we have to question whether they got a fair trial, and you have to question it.
Yeah. Oh, you do. You do.
If you're a judge, all right, you should never, even if you think this, you should never say this.
Right. If you say something like this, they wouldn't let you on a jury. If you showed that you were racially biased against people, they wouldn't even let you serve on a jury.
But she can be the judge, and she can say, she can be thinking about anybody she's supposed to judge for, and thinking the word roach comes to mind. Like how that's sick.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Do It Live said maybe she took an Ambien.
Oh, the classic excuse.
Maybe she didn't take enough.
Good one.
Get from the backside.
Sleep it off.
He tripped twice. He tripped twice.
I was the only one running. That's me. Kenny was standing. I'm the one that took him down. Kenny's just standing there.
He lied. That was his wallet.
That's my phone where it fell out.
Look, Mom. The dude had a phone on him. You should have taken his phone and stolen from him, that fucking asshole.
And now I'm going to go.
Oh, she's a judge?
Yes.
She's a judge, and she's all for eye for an eye? Like, beyond the racism? She's just like, eye for an eye, let's go. That's not justice. You should have taken it. You should have committed a crime because he committed a crime? Is this the type of person we want in charge?
Right now, she's on unpaid leave.
Well, that's
and
good.
Facing pressure to resign after a home video with racist language.
Most judges are elected, and there are some that are appointed, and she probably doesn't have to leave her position before the next election unwillingly. More than likely, she doesn't have to.
A judge in Lafayette, Louisiana is taking a leave of absence and facing calls for her resignation after a video with racist language recorded at her home surfaced. A lawyer for City Court Judge Michelle M. Ornet told the Acadiana Advocate she feels humiliated, embarrassed, and sorry for what she has done and the harm she has caused the community, and is taking unpaid leave. Now, you should go, like, I don't know, you could probably get a job at Fox News being a correspondent. Go do that. Go do that.
There's a guy working at CNN that jerked off in front of his coworkers in a Zoom call. So I think cable news overall, you can...
I think jerking off on a Zoom call is far more forgivable than being in charge of people's destinies and having this hidden prejudice come out, where now, even if you were a great judge, we have to question that. We have to question that. We, as human beings, we can't just let you slide when you reveal that.
Like this, I don't think you get to be a judge or a teacher or a cop.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah,
or at least you could be a cop in like an all-white community, right? Like go be. No. That's where they want you to be racist.
All-white communities, really.
What
though.
happens when
maybe
black
North Dakota?
I'm saying let them go guard Bill Gates' house. That's it.
Oh, so in Medina or Medina?
Yeah, all the racist cops can go to Medina and be Bill Gates.
That would be
and
awful,
Jeff Bezos.
though, because anytime anyone who wasn't like a super rich white person came through, they'd be harassing them. I don't think that's a good plan.
They're so rich, they could hire super rich white people to do all their errands for them.
It's so weird because the place that Bill Gates and Bezos live in, they gave that town their own name, but it's basically Bellevue. It's basically the east side, like next to the water. But they just gave it its own fucking name and its own cops and everything because it's because of the concentration of wealth that lives there. That's a big part of it. I wonder what the taxes are like to live there. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Oh, you know what, though? I was talking to Monty about coming down for episode 1000.
Yes.
Oh.
It looks like it's going to happen.
Yes.
Hell yes.
Dude, this is going to be the greatest in-studio lineup ever. Ever.
It sure as hell beats the Onision Anastasia in studio lineup.
Anastasia's fine, whatever.
I think Onision is fine. I think that was fine.
I
think
just
beats it.
Yeah, sure. Onision has some redeemable qualities. He's not.
Of course. He's a character. Like we can have a conversation with the guy. It's not against the law to let somebody be a character on camera.
Exactly.
There you go.
That was my take on it.
Yeah. The episode 1000 people are already calling off work to make sure they can enjoy it.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
But yeah, this woman right here, it's absolutely disgusting, and it leaves a sick, a sick taste in the justice system, and it's a problem that we have had for way too long, and to know that this problem is so apparent. Like there's doctors, there's all type. I heard a friend of mine, her dad is a racist doctor.
What?
And she told me that her dad would not prescribe pain medication to fucking people of color because they get addicted to it. Like he won't give them pain medication.
That should be the rule with anyone or anyone who shows signs that they want it for reasons other than therapeutic reasons.
He just thinks because they're people of color that they're going to be addicted to it. That's what she told me.
That's really weird.
I'm like, that's just one story I heard, and I'm like, how many people out there are actively using their prejudice to destroy lives?
Yeah, because you can just look at the number of people that are dying of opioid overdoses. They're mostly white people.
Like, this is what we really need. We need a third. The BLM should become a third federal agency. It should be CIA, FBI, BLM, and the BLM goes undercover to bust people who are making prejudiced decisions in a public space where it can affect somebody's life. That's where that should head.
All right. I mean, it's a start. It's
obviously not everything. We also should have cool get-togethers and parties. I love my BLM street block parties. They're so fun. They're so fun.
Maybe the type of party where you bring like a pit with some charcoal and fire in it, and maybe throw some meat on it, like a party like that.
Yes, those are the best. We need to have block parties all the time.
Yes.
We need to have block parties in these communities where there might be heightened areas of prejudice.
Yes.
And we come in and we're like, come on, we're cooking. Come on.
Let's
come
go
out.
to Bill Gates' neighborhood and have a
Yes. Let's have a cookout in Medina. And we're like, come on, guys, get out here. We gotta bond. We gotta get together.
Right in the middle of the street and be like, you smell that brisket?
Yeah.
Right next to the golf course.
I'm tired of doing marches in the street that go nowhere. Let's block out Bill Gates' backyard and just cook.
I mean, his backyard is right up against the lake, right? Oh, you know what we can do? We can get one of those party boats and just sail right in front of the little beach, near his house, and we can hang out.
I wonder how close you can get to his house before
probably
somebody
not
stops you.
Right, probably not too close. If you get too close, I bet you there's some cops in a boat.
Wouldn't that be wild if the next protest was by boat?
Yeah, that would be.
One if by land, but two if by sea. The BLM takes the manatee.
I wanted to show this. We got a fan of our show sent Sam Roberts a super chat, and he he gave us an unintentional shout out on his show. But before I play that, I want to play this.
I have fucked both of my parents.
He told me to do that a few times just to kind of center him. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. There you go. I'm centered.
All right.
Centered, even lies. Those are lies.
Go ahead and watch another show. It's right here on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/NotSam. 6 p.m. Eastern is when we'll be on. Here is Ariel. I asked Drunken Peasants if they'd have you on. He's talking about this Drunken Peasants podcast again. I don't know anything about it. This guy keeps super chatting in. I don't know anything about it. I asked, and yeah, super chatted in. We're reading super chats now. I asked Drunken Peasants if they'd have you on, and they said, of course, because y'all are wrestling fans and also have similar shows. Happy holidays, you two. I appreciate that, Ariel. And maybe, yeah, that sounds good.
Let's do it.
There you go. That's a contract.
There you go. He's locked in now.
Yeah, he's Sam Roberts' fourth peasant. There you go.
Verbal agreement. That's a verbal agreement. If I ever heard one.
Joe knows a whole lot about Sam Roberts.
Okay.
Joe showed me an old clip of Sam Roberts on I think it was I Got a Secret. It was like a Nickelodeon show, and it was really funny. It was really cute. Yeah, there's a firm commitment right there. It's 100% commitment right there.
Got it.
Thank you, Ariel, for getting that little clip sent in. That was cute. I liked it.
So in the Netherlands, they're cracking down on gatherings. They have some pretty strict lockdown rules there, and the people are reacting kind of harshly. You know, there's a fair amount of people that are tired of it.
Yeah.
Europe is on lockdown alert as the Omicron coronavirus variant spreads through the continent. And if you live in Europe, chances are you are already seeing the impact. Germany now banning anyone from, for example, the UK, other than German citizens or residents, from entering the country. Its new coronavirus expert council calling for nationwide measures and a massive booster program to curtail the spread or else face a winter of isolation and illness. In the UK, where the booster drive is in full throttle, the health secretary warning new restrictions are possible this week. London's mayor believes they are inevitable after a week when Omicron pushed COVID-19 cases to new record highs.
Yeah, it's crazy because as far as they're saying, Omicron isn't as bad, like it's not as lethal, but it seems to be way more contagious than any of the other ones we've seen so far.
Yeah.
And it seems like more vaccinated people are getting it.
The numbers are going up so huge in a lot of places. And, this is the holidays. These are the times where the numbers went up at, I believe, the most last time this year.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And this new variant isn't helping, and it seems to be more resistant to vaccines, at least as far as contracting it. They, like the local hockey team here had to cancel reschedule a few of their games. So they're already kind of doing that stuff because it's getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Necro Omicron. It's coming. It's coming.
And think about how many people are getting on airplanes, sitting inside of a tube, with like 50 to 100 other people. Yep. It's just awful.
I wonder if they're going to start spreading the seats out in the airlines again. I don't know if they did that a little too soon.
I heard on the news today that flights are booked like 90%. Overall, like if you talk about like all the air travel this holiday weekend coming up here, 90% of all seats on all domestic flights are booked up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm ready to fly away. Let's go to a remote island.
I don't know. I don't know where you're really safe. Unless there's nobody else
still
there.
Packed. Nightclubs are getting shut down. We're seeing, I think New York has shut down a lot. New York City, I believe, just did a big shutdown. I don't know if we're going to catch a wave of that here.
Probably.
New York City seems to be ahead of everything. So, I don't know.
Well,
maybe this New Year's Eve We should be safe and not go out into public and not go out into traffic and whatever else the kids tell us not to do. We'll not do it.
Yeah, probably shouldn't do New Year's Eve in Times Square with the hundreds of thousands of people standing in the street, like all over each other. Probably shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, where they're all pissing themselves and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like the big thing when you're on New Year's Eve in Times Square. You can't leave, so you just got to piss yourself.
Yeah, unless you want to not be able to get back in. Like
yeah, they sit there huddled in, covered in piss all night long. It's great.
It's not worth it, and you can't even do anything fun. You're like you're trapped like sardines in a can with other people. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't understand the allure, but whatever.
Denmark shutting down cinemas and museums, restaurants and bars closing early. Its health ministry warning new infections there could reach 45,000 a day by Christmas. Well, the Netherlands closing most schools and daycare facilities through early January, limiting indoor gatherings and banning spectators from sporting events. Barbie Nadeau has more on what is happening there and across Europe.
A collective sigh in the Netherlands as some of the strictest new COVID-19 measures went into effect on Sunday to try to contain the highly contagious Omicron variant. Acknowledging it's not the Christmas many people wanted, Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte urged people to stay at home as much as possible. And
are
said
the other three podiums for translators, or what are those?
Well, someone was doing sign language. I don't know what the other one was for. It could be like an English translator. I don't know.
Interesting, yeah.
Essential shops.
Dutch really isn't like overall. Like not a lot of people speak Dutch in the grand scheme of things. It's kind of a rarely spoken language overall.
Will be closed until January 14th and schools shut until at least January 9th. For many, it was a frustrating announcement that dashed many holiday plans just days away from Christmas.
Toch wel een beetje.
This man says we've done everything we could. We're fully vaccinated. And in the end, it all goes in the wrong direction.
Do we know the public vaccination numbers for the Netherlands? Like
I'm sure
what their percentage is?
I'm sure it's available. Let's see.
Do you think they're going to have to shut down the sex rooms too?
Those are probably already shut down, I would think.
Poor girls.
Yeah, because that's big business there. And there's more than just like that's a whole industry. It's more than just the women in the windows. I
just feel bad for the guy that sells them the bananas. Like, what's he gonna do?
Let's see. Netherlands vaccine percentage.
That have been vaccinated. I wonder what the nation with the highest number of vaccinations is and how they are holding up. Like their numbers with I assume some nation has had vaccination success on the herd immunity level that they suggested we would need here in the U.S. I don't know.
I'm having trouble finding it.
Yeah, we don't have to find it. It was something to think about if it's not right there.
I think it's 73%.
Because we're at 1% here in the United States?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I know our state is ranked higher than a lot of other states.
Yeah.
So
maybe it was our state that was 61%, not the nation. I can't remember. I've seen so many numbers and they seem to change fairly drastically. Bojack's found 62% for Amazon, Netherlands.
Yeah.
So what's their strict lockdown calling for?
I think it's a stay-at-home
Lockdown
order.
went into effect. Long lines of shoppers rushed to the stores for some last-minute Christmas shopping. The government also cracking down on how many people can attend holiday gatherings. Only 2 guests will be allowed in private homes, with the exception of Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, the day after Christmas, New Year's Eve, and New Year's Day, when 4 are permitted. Previous coronavirus measures have
Yeah,
been
see, they've had these crazy demonstrations there too.
unpopular in the country, with violent protests erupting in November. This weekend,
Was that
police
an axe?
clashed with
That guy just threw an axe into the crowd?
It was
What
either that or
look
like
at an axe?
just a wooden handle.
small groups of
Holy
protesters
crap.
as thousands of people demonstrated in Brussels. And there were also
Well, this is in Belgium, but they're still Dutch. The Dutch, man.
protests in London, Paris, and in cities in Germany. But despite the public pressure, many European countries are considering reimposing new COVID-19 restrictions, the threat of Omicron much greater than the pockets of discontent. Italian media reporting that the government could soon make masks mandatory outdoors and require negative tests for vaccinated people to enter crowded public venues. Denmark is set to close cinemas, theaters, and museums and will limit the amount of people in stores and shops. One resident said it's a bleak way to end the year.
When this first started, did you think it would still be going on? Like, it seems like maybe even the rest of our lives, this is going to be around. I don't know.
I don't think it'll be the rest of our lives. I think there's going to be a certain point where people just break and realize that it's going to have to win and just kill people, you know? Like, we're fighting for so long to try and save lives, but like I like look at us now. We thought we had emergency funds, 3 or 4 stimulus checks to America. We're 2 years into this, and like the majority of the funding is gone. Like they don't care about us here. Even if the numbers go back up, like where's it gonna rest? As long as somebody can get up and go to work, I think they're gonna just make us get up and go to work, no matter how many people are coughing in everybody else's throat. I think like we probably should have had a better healthcare system to begin with, where people could feel like they could take a week off of work if they have sick, rather than going to work sick and spread it around the office, you know, like before COVID ever hit. We should have had a society that allowed people to go get sick for a week without losing their rent money, you know?
Yeah.
So I think we're going to hit a point where it's like, okay, you know, COVID is the new normal and we're not going to do anything about it. If you want to wear masks, wear masks. If not, what can we do but hate each other for trying to survive, right? It's
seeing
it's sick.
all the
It
countries, Denmark among them, slowly starting to shut down. Some of them are even completely shut down. It's a little bit depressing.
No country wanting a lockdown before Christmas, but Omicron may make further restrictions unavoidable. Barbie Latzanedo, CNN, Rome.
Well,
that name. Her name's Barbie Latzanedo. Is that her name?
I
was trying to see it on the screen. I wanted to see how that's written. So if she's watching right now,
oh, I guarantee you she is.
Tell me how you spell your name, Barbie Latzanedo. It doesn't sound like a real name to me. It sounds like a made-up name.
If it's someone's name, it's a real name.
Names can also be made up, but no, like
all names
Joe,
are made up.
My friend Joe. You know Joe. He's your friend too. He's
That's
Joe.
a made-up name.
He's Joe. He always tells me names from his childhood, and they're like the craziest names. Like, you made that up, and then like it'll be somebody with a Wikipedia page, and I like go look it up, and like, oh, he didn't make that up. It's a real person.
Sounds like you think a lot of names are made up when they're not. Sounds like a
yeah,
you
I
issue.
do. Yeah. No, it's one. It's a me issue. But mostly it's a trust issue, which is also a me issue.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a trust issue.
Yeah. Let's check out antagonism here.
Goddamn internet!
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Yeah, they're going to touch me.
So this is a really short clip from Speckzo, but he's butthurt. He's mad. He says we slander him by calling him a Nazi.
Oh.
Yeah, check this.
But is he a Nazi?
See, that's the thing. Modern Nazis don't admit that they are. That's like back in the day, Nazis they'd wear the little brown uniform with the swastika arm patch, and they would march like a 1930s Nazi would. They were proud to be Nazis. They didn't pretend like they weren't actually. But now the new age ones, they pretend like you're making it up that they are.
Yeah.
Is he a Nazi?
He's at least Nazi adjacent.
Does he believe in a lot of the things the Nazis stood for? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's more so a militant Catholic that hates Jewish people. So I wouldn't call him a Nazi at that point.
Yeah.
So maybe not a Nazi.
Thoughts on the drunken peasants, degenerate, pedophile, leftist, liberal faggots who need to repent and convert.
Whoa.
Listen to everything that he says, though. Don't talk.
Pedophile.
I'm more center than left.
Listen.
Who need to repent and convert. Hopefully they see the light and come to Jesus Christ, but they keep slandering me and calling me a Nazi, which is really gay.
All right, so first of all,
really gay.
You're Catholic, so you calling anyone else the P word is weird because the Catholic Church, the organization, the Catholic Church, has enabled more of that to go on in the history of humanity than possibly any other organization.
At least when our side does it, we give them Nickelodeon shows.
Yeah.
What's with this our side?
The left, Hollywood elites, you know.
Okay. Yeah, so and repent what? Like what are we repenting for? Making fun of
for our degenerate issues. I don't know. Our degenerative disc disease.
So
listen. Stucco, I'm doing this for Ben and Billy. I repent for them. That's his name. Stucco.
Oh, Monty, that was so sweet.
So yeah, he's a big fan of Nick Fuentes. He thinks we should live under some sort of Catholic authoritarian dictatorship. I don't know. You know, I've even heard him say that he thinks tattoos should be illegal, but his arms are covered in tattoos. So does that mean he thinks he should be in prison or something? I don't know.
Obviously.
I like how he did a remodel to this basement and put a kitchen in it, but there was a load-bearing
column.
A load-bearing brick column that couldn't be removed, and he couldn't design the kitchen around it. Like, it's just there in the middle of the kitchen.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I mean, he may have bought it that way, or this could
Interesting.
have been. Yeah, who knows?
It bothers. I don't want to call Speckzo a Nazi anymore. I think it's weird to call him a Nazi. I want to make light of everything going on in this basement, though. What is that closet there? That's not a door.
Have we ever actually called him a Nazi, though? I think we've called him like a white nationalist and a Nick Fuentes simp.
I think the biggest thing we called him was a closet gay for Nick Fuentes, right?
Yeah, I don't like I think Nazi gets overused. It was overused to the point where like it's not no one can take it seriously anymore. And calling them that just gives them a shield to be like, oh, look, they're slandering me. I'm not one of those. So
what's behind that thin door? There's no way I could fit in that closet, right?
That is a door there.
Yeah.
Is it a spice rack? Is there a gun case in there? Like, what's going on in there? It's so Speckzo. I want you on Drunken Peasants just to respond. What's in that closet? What's in that closet? Are you hoping to store Nick Fuentes on top of each other in there?
Yes. Well, we know Nick is in the closet.
It's a perfect closet to stack two Nick Fuenteses on top of each other.
We don't know how deep. Oh no, we do know how deep that closet goes. I see how deep it goes. Okay.
Also, Speckzo, behind the fridge, those holy pictures of Christ and the like. Could you balance them so they're not cock awkward?
Yeah.
The difference between Trumpster
Is that
Bob.
bottom on Hitler? No, it's not.
Not quite Hitler, I don't think. The difference between Trumpster Bob's American flag wall and Speckzo's Catholic I'm trying too hard to be a not a degenerate wall is just a price point. Like Trumpster Bob might have even had a better decorative skills with his stuff. If he had more money, I think Trumpster Bob's place would look better than Speckzo's place.
Trumpster Bob understands
knows how to decorate with gearboxes.
Yeah, and Bob understands symmetry better. Everything was very well positioned.
Yeah, but the stuff he took time to put in place was in good place. This is like somebody came in and I don't know, like what, I guess the crosses are pretty decently positioned, but
no, they're not.
It still looks like a smattering of crosses. But those pictures in the back are cocklopped. They're cock-sided. That's not straight. You got a problem here. They're cock-sided.
They're cock-sided.
They are. That's a good word.
We got a problem, Speckzo. Your house is cock-sided. Fix those pictures, please. Stop worrying about us calling you a Nazi. Nobody cares whether or not you're a Nazi. If you weren't a Nazi or you were a Nazi, your opinions are so bad shit stupid, and your sympathy for Nick Fuentes is so funny. Like it doesn't matter to us whether or not you're a Nazi. Like you're already a buffoon in our eyes. Fix the damn pictures. Fix them. I want to know what's on the other side of that load-bearing brick stack in the middle of this. What was this Walmart interior design stuff?
Yeah, I don't.
It's so basic.
I feel like with all the crosses over on the left, he just pounded a bunch of nails into the wall at random locations, and then just hung all that shit on top of the random nails.
Yeah,
it's just like a cluster.
It's like when you're about to bust a nut on a wall, and it just goes wherever it goes.
Know.
Yeah, this is like. Yeah. What was that?
Billy, pause.
Yeah. What was that?
Back a little bit.
Yeah.
When you're about to bust a nut on a wall.
Yeah, when you go to bust a nut on a wall and like you can't really tell where it's gonna go, it lands where it lands,
Or it's gonna land on the wall. Why are you trying to bust a nut on a wall?
Just like pretending to play Spider-Man, like you're shooting web. And it usually like it hits the wall and it looks like it's akin to a blood splatter pattern. There's no real rhyme or reason to how it lands. That's what it looks like he did with these Catholic crucifixes and tchotchkes. Looks like he just busted them against the wall like a Spider-Man nut.
Yeah, sorry, Stucco, I'll get back to you, but why are you busting nuts on walls?
To be like Spider-Man, like when he throws his web, he's a web slinger. Like you practice, you practice slinging that web. You're like, phew, look out!
I've never tried that.
Yeah, I mean, you're a comic book guy. I figured you would have tried by now.
No, that's never crossed my mind.
You ever do the Thor hammer?
What the fuck is the Thor hammer?
Where you take your meaty wang and you throw it out, and it bounces on the forehead and it comes back to you into your hand. Like you throw it out and it bounces off the forehead and it comes back like Mjolnir into your hand from the impact of the bounce.
No, I'll put that on my to-do list.
I've got an entire Avengers protocol that I utilize.
Hey, we just got a new patron, CLC.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the post show tonight. Just a quick reminder, we're doing the post show immediately following this stream. It's available for all of our patrons that are $10 or more, or if you're a member of this channel. The $10 patrons get a whole bunch of content, but the channel members, they get just the post show, and we do it several times a week. We're gonna watch some crazy stuff that I didn't feel comfortable watching tonight on YouTube. So check it out. It's an off-platform private stream for our biggest supporters. Don't miss it tonight. And also, Actual Mania is coming up after the Christmas break that we're going on. Actual Mania is going to happen on Tuesday the 28th, so a week from today. And one of the matches that we're going to see is Hannibal and Monty versus Pimp Monk and Shabisky.
Oh, we're going to win that hands down.
For the title. Man. For the title. Do you have anything you want to say to Pimp Monk and Shabisky?
Yeah, tell Pimp Monk and Shabisky how it's going to go down.
Pimp Shabisky. All I gotta say is y'all don't got shit on me. So what? You got a third nut, Pimp? I'll smash that motherfucker. Shabisky? No. As I always tell you, no. Sit down. Till you sit at that desk, you got nothing on me. Sit the fuck down. That's all. Plain and simple. Easy. We got this. I'm just lounging in my chair and I got y'all beat. So
I agree. He needs to do. He needs to sit at the desk.
He's got a $6,000 desk that he doesn't use.
He does that.
Yeah.
What is that?
That is a serious failure to adult.
Yeah.
Buy the $6,000 computer, put it on a $20 table, and then
new member.
Welcome new member, royal cheers. Then sit it on a $20 desk with a $6,000 computer, and then use the computer to earn a new freaking desk after that. He's waiting to get a computer, right?
Yeah, he's waiting to get a computer that's more expensive than the desk that he just got. The desk is like a $3,000 desk with all of the optional like bells and whistles that you can order with it. It looks cool, but
Have we seen the desk? Is it a troll?
People say that they've seen the desk. I'll take him at his word.
People say that they...
I have joked around that it was a bunch of bricks of weed with a tablecloth over them, but who knows?
Well,
so
we're gonna make this match officially Hannibal and Monty versus Pimp Monk and Shabisky for the tag titles. It's gonna be a desk match.
There we go.
Desk match.
Desk match. All right, I like it.
Yeah, I mean, like the computer that I have down here, it was probably like $7,000 or so when I bought it new, but the desk that it's on costs less than $200. It's just a conference table.
I got like $140, $170 maybe desk. It's a decent desk.
Yeah,
it does the job.
You just need it to hold things on it.
I got an L-shaped desk so I could have my screens as an L and I could have everything I need on the desk without worrying about like I have space. Like it's like a module. That's important. It's not important for it to be $3,000, $4,000, $7,000.
He got all these cool add-ons that are cool. It's
Isn't there like a hammock or something?
There's a foot hammock, which is funny because years ago on the old school DP, we made fun of the foot hammock commercial back in the day.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that Shabisky shouldn't have
if he wants
a $3,000 desk if he wants one. All I'm saying is this is terribly out of order. You have a $3,000 desk, but why? You don't use it. So you technically do, and it's Schrodinger's desk now. You do when you don't have this desk.
I love it.
What the heck is going on? Shabisky, I'm officially awarding you tonight's your tonight's dumpster fire. Okay?
Ooh, look at that.
You need to put that desk together and use it with your 80 cent or $84 computer. All right, it's time.
That is an adorable dumpster fire.
It's time.
He has trouble streaming and playing a game from the same computer. So you'd think the new computer would have been the priority over the desk.
Yes, especially if you can't set the desk up until you get the new computer. Like you did this wrong. You did this wrong.
Yeah,
it's all back.
Here's Trumpster Bob talking about Hannibal and Monty.
Wait, us?
When you're talking about Hannibal and Motley, though,
Hannibal and Motley. Your name is Motley.
Wow. Come on, Trumpster Bob. Come on, bro.
Motley are the other two co-hosts of the show. I really, really like both of those guys. I love both of them. When they first came on the show, again, I had to question this way of doing business. You've already got Billy. What the hell are you doing bringing in two more co-hosts to your show? What for? And then I got it. It's the chemistry of the show. There's no need not to bring more co-hosts to the show. And I'm not talking a co-host that you just bring in, like, you know, give them a 5-minute bit or whatever. I'm talking about co-hosts that are in the show from start to finish. These kind of co-hosts have added a whole nother layer to the show.
Trumpster Bob, our biggest fan ever.
I love that he's our
We're not
biggest
on
fan.
that often, T-Bob.
He loves you guys on the. He says, because he talked about this before when he said Drunken Peasants was a 9 out of 10 podcast, and he only gave it 9 out of 10 because he knows there's room for improvement for the better. His favorite podcast, he said, and he said his favorite guests were Hannibal and Monty.
Awesome.
Motley.
Motley.
He met Monty.
Yeah, Motley says thank you to you, T-Bob.
They bring in a whole nother topic of opinions, and on top of that, it totally disables, and disproves any notion that, well, these two guys is white boys, they got to be racist. Or if Hannibal and Motley were to do their own show, well, they got to be racist too, because it's just two black boys over there, and they ain't nobody's on the show. You dig where I'm coming from? So what?
Yeah, I always thought Sanford and Son was a very racist show, personally.
Racist as fuck. You big dummy.
You big dummy. We allow you guys not to be racist by hanging out.
Exactly.
Ben and Billy, I want to thank you for the unity we've created here.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. It warms my heart.
We're filling each other's quotas.
If y'all can.
Thank you, Vanessa Barbie. You know, I'm just saying it's nice that two white boys and two black boys get together and end racism.
Yes, and y'all are welcome for not being racist. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, Trumpster Bob, your vision of this world is special. You know, he's on his way out. He's moving to Nigeria.
I heard about that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No. Isn't it Sierra Leone now?
Yeah, Sierra Leone.
Oh yeah. I forgot it was Sierra Leone.
He's gonna start a cab business.
Yeah. He was gonna start all these businesses. I don't know how he's gonna do it, but he has all these ideas.
I mean, it's supply and demand, right? Did you know that there's no Uber Eats in Sierra Leone? He's got the market cornered.
He's got a plan. I'm with him. I'm with him.
It does.
Go, Trumpster Bob. Motley support.
It brings in what I like to refer to as the zebra effect. Now you're including multiple cultures or skin tones of people.
Zebra effect.
I'm stealing that. I'm using that from now on.
I just got a text message from my mom. She said, Billy, I sure hope you're not starting a new fad like the cinnamon or laundry soap challenge, Spidey. Is it is that weird to get that text from my mom? Like, is that weird?
Billy's mom, I love you. That's amazing.
I think that's weird.
On the show. Doing away with any hate and discontent in that direction that could possibly come into your show, because these four guys get along like they're all best friends or something. And they have a lot of really good chemistry together. Now, in the way of four people doing a podcast together, to me, that's unheard of to begin with. It's not like it hasn't been done in the past, but right now, today's world of podcasts, it's very unlikely that you're going to get four people in there with this kind of chemistry.
That's true.
They can carry a show, and all of them just blop, 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 take turns talking like if
it's the zebra effect.
If it's just
the zebra effect.
Second nature.
It works very well for us.
So,
like missing one stripe of the zebra, Hannibal usually brings it around. Like I know to dunk off of him, but you know, and I'm going through some shit. So, but yeah, the zebra effect is still in full effect right now.
You got the Five or the View. You got all of these different shows on TV where they've done that. They brought in four people or five people to make a show, right? And what you end up with is that at some point in time, it's going to play out, right? Maybe it's what you're thinking. It doesn't always happen, but it does happen. right now on the Drunken Peasant show, what you're seeing is them just starting to take off, like Superman. Speaking to take off and grab that
just starting to take
rocket and throw it into outer space, and it's got a nuclear tip in it, and it's just going to blow up harmlessly in outer space somewhere.
Damn.
There you go.
That's
there you
deep.
go. No matter how much money Branson and Bezos spend on their rocket ships, we're going to get to space before them. And that's words from Trumpster Bob's mouth right there.
Yeah.
To
And
the
you're going to
moon.
blow up harmlessly in outer space.
Yeah. It's happening. It's happening.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel
Zebra
it.
Zebra Effect should be a spin-off show. Oh God.
This guy used to be a DP fan. Now he's like a far right Nick Fuentes adjacent guy that goes to protest and is kind of a total piece of shit. Here he is talking about modern art. He saw a piece of modern art while he was out doing one of his videos.
Ooh.
Yo. Got degenerate art? Okay, so here we are in downtown Milwaukee on Wisconsin and Jackson. And we got what appears to be, I don't know, Globo Homo Grimer, like a la Pokemon First Generation. Like LGBT Grimer here. What the hell kind of message is this trying to send?
Okay, one, how is this gay at all?
Because
it's multicolored?
Yeah, that's probably why.
It's not even rainbow colors. It's all types of different colors.
Yeah.
This is not a rainbow. This is literally like somebody saw the Alolan muck and they were like, I'm going to make something similar to the Alolan muck.
Yeah.
And the guy even called it out there when he called it the Grimer.
Yeah.
Like it's yeah, but this is not a gay thing, is it? Is there like a butt plug in it? Like what makes it gay?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Durst the Worst is talking about it. That's why.
Yeah, he looked at it and said that thing definitely fucks, and it probably wants to fuck me, and I think it's a he.
Yeah, is it gay because Durst the Worst is attracted to it and wants to have buff man sex with it?
Yeah,
I think so.
That's why it's gay. That's
Interesting.
usually why people like this label things gay. They want to fuck it, and they feel ashamed about fucking.
It's gay because it
whatever
makes my
it is.
dick hard and wants me to get penetrated from behind by it.
Yeah,
That's
I'd be
weird.
upset if I walked by and wanted to fuck that.
No, I wouldn't. Dude, honestly, I don't even want to fuck that, but I feel like I have to now to prove a point.
Yeah, but if I wanted to, I feel ashamed.
Not me. Maybe that's where
like
gay pride comes from, because I'd be proud to say I made that thing come.
slimy in Milwaukee. Like, what is your opinion on degenerate art like this? What should be done to people who create this? Should they be ticketed or fined or arrested? I mean, at the very least, I know.
No, they were probably paid to make that.
Oh.
Yeah. Is Durst the Worst trolling? Is this an honest opinion? Are
Yes,
you
this
that
is an honest
stupid?
opinion. Yes, he's that stupid. We've watched a few of his videos. He is definitely this stupid. This is how he really feels, or at least the message he wants to send.
Yeah, it's art. I understand you have no value for art because you want to fit in a box so bad that you follow the Catholic butt boy of normies. You want to be normie regular. You want to be trad. You want to be traditional. You want to be the most basic of bitch without ever having a pumpkin spice latte. We get it. A pumpkin spice latte would be too much for you. You're that basic. We understand. You can't handle art. Art's not for you. It's for literally everybody else with a modicum of imagination, with a modicum of a dream in their mind to see something surreal become real, to ogle and view and enjoy from that intense perspective.
Don't forget to fuck.
And to fuck, and to fuck, and to gay fuck, because we want to gay fuck it. We got to gay fuck it. And to do that, and we understand that doesn't fit in your palate because you're trying to cleanse yourself of any sort of difference at all. Because you want to conserve how basic and alone in your conformity you are. Fine. That's
conservative, right?
For you. This is not for you. If you're mad at a freaking stupid art piece, you are the biggest snowflake hoe cake I've ever seen. And I've seen some gigantic snowflake hoe cakes. Bigger than this guy here.
Yeah.
Stuff like this should be
I
banned.
honestly want to treat that thing like a wall right now, Billy. That's
Oh, I'm about to spider web that sumbitch. I'm about to tear it down.
Yeah.
Call me Peter Parker.
He said he just said it should be banned.
It should be torn down by the government, not propped up, not funded by the government. It's fucking
What
nasty,
can we
dude.
read this placard? Does the placard say this was made out of like rainbow unicorn gay jizz? Like, is that what makes this gay? I don't get why this is gay. I don't get it.
Fucking evil. You know?
Huh.
Nah. People who made this should be arrested.
What? Should be arrested.
Yeah, I like that the little kids came up and are ogling it and have a little bit of merriment and wonder in their eyes because of the gigantic, drippy, colored, weird monster. That's cool. When you're a kid and you see something like that that's different from basic everything, that's not just a corporate logo or a concrete statue to what's the thing called that runs everything? No, the thing called that runs everything. Capitalism. Yeah, a concrete monument to capitalism. I forgot what that was. I've been trying to take it out of my diet recently, but yeah, like this is a moment where it's not just the same old brick in the wall. Or a logo to distract you from the bricks on the wall, a corporate logo. It's if it's not a brown or gray building or a Mick logo or some sort of neon sign trying to steal your attention, it's worthless.
No, it's gay. That's what he said.
Art probably is gay. I will say that. Like art is gay. Like it's 100% gay, and there's a reason why 90% of art is either gay people make it, gay people try and buy it, gay people try and fuck it, or there's little tiny penises on it, like all that Renaissance shit. You know
but I'm an artist. I'm not gay. I mean, I want to fuck some of my art. Yeah.
What Renaissance shit? I'm interested in what you're talking about.
You know how like the statue of David got a little pecker on it?
Oh, I mean, a lot of that had to do with laws at the time. There was even a thing referred to as the Great Castration, where they knocked off a lot of the tallywhackers on a lot of the statues and put those fig leaves over them. That was like censored art back in the day. So that's why they did that.
That's Durst the Worst putting fig leaves over everything because he can't handle a big old swang and dang-a-lang.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the problem. When I go to Buca di Beppo, I go into their bathroom. I have a gigantic Italian meal. I go take a gigantic Italian dump, and I love that there's little nude art on the wall. I love that about my Buca di Beppo franchise capitalism.
As long as you eat the food and don't dump it under the table.
That's the funniest story ever.
Yeah. Here's
They were considered scandalous to have statue dongs. Yeah, like the walls were covered in like cupids with penises and stuff. It was the naked body was painted often, right? There was all those supple, like quaint breasts. Like there was the Renaissance period had a lot of nudity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was called the Great Castration. There's a few articles written on it.
All right.
Here's some roosh. Speaking of castration,
do you think that we'll look back at the Marvel comic books having like girls' boobs tucked away and hidden? Will that be the period of the Great Castration?
I don't think so.
With healthcare, it has everything to do with politics, because abortions are one of the safest procedures you can do on an outpatient basis.
Why does
Safer
Roosh
than-
V look like if Osama bin Laden started hosting Blues Clues?
doing an endoscopy or doing a wisdom.
You could also make maybe like a Chris Chan joke too, right?
Yeah, for real. Is he?
No, he's got a color they haven't used on Blue's Clues yet, so he could be the next host.
Yeah, somebody
Put
lock
his
up
handy
Douche
dandy
B's
notebook.
mom. His handy dandy. Will a Sonic the Hedgehog trailer trigger Roosh V? Do we know? Can we?
She states that abortion is safer than getting a wisdom teeth removed. For who? Can we ask the baby? Was this safer for you than an endoscopy?
The baby can't talk.
Who cares? I don't care how safe it is to kill. Yeah, it's safe for me to get a gun and to shoot you. I won't be harmed. It's safe. That doesn't mean that I should do it because I am not injured during the process.
If I needed you, Rouge V, to survive, and I had to latch on to you for 9 months of my life to live, I feel like it would be within your rights to shoot me in the head and say, no, I don't want to carry your fat ass around. And I'd be like, okay, I wish you would have raised me because maybe afterwards, maybe I'll grow up to be a politician or a talk show host. I don't know. I could be a million different things. I could be a murderer myself. Who knows what I'm going to be? But as long as I'm living rent-free, literally in or on your body, I don't think you can make that same point.
He should go back to the pickup artist shit.
I mean,
Wait, he was a pickup artist?
Yeah, and it was cringy, but it was better content than this shit, for sure.
He's a grifter. We're grifters, but we are sweet boy grifters. We give people entertainment. Like we're not saying we're going to make your life any better than it is during the 2 or 3 hours that you watch us. Right? The entertainment with the idea that you're watching something to better your life and the thought process that's being fed into your fears, your insecurities to give you some sort of strength, that's a problem. That's a grift I can't stand behind.
Let's take a look at her physiognomy because it's very peculiar. Okay, let's go back.
Let's go to her physiognomies.
Okay.
Whatever the hell that is.
Section of her. Well, okay. Let's get a side view, right? A little more.
Oh no!
Is he trying to say that this is Gary Shandling in drag?
There we go. Her no. Woo. That is
Oh,
sharp
no.
nose right there.
Yeah.
That physiognomy.
I think physiognomy is some Nazi pseudoscience or something.
Yeah.
Jackie Spearer.
I want to know.
Oh, yeah, that's, oh shit. Yeah, that was him being like, yep, think she's Jewish. She's probably Jewish. That's what he was just doing right there. I will be right back.
Okay. I'm trying to see what physiognomy is.
Yeah, I thought she looked a little like Gary Shandling, and I was making a joke about it, and now I'm racist. Thank you, Roosh V. Thank you, you prick.
This is the
Son of
thing with Gary Shandling show.
Damn prick. Mild pill
Gary
for
Shandling
America.
show. That was my shit.
So, without spoiling anything, were you able to watch any of the Spoderman?
Of the what?
The Spider-Man.
Yes, I did.
Did you enjoy it like the majority of the world?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Did you stay for the after credits?
I saw the first after credits.
Okay, the
I
second
don't-
after credit is pretty much just a bit of a trailer for Doctor Strange.
Okay.
So you didn't miss too much there, but it is exciting. I'm so happy to be a total fucking nerd loser, capitalist imbiber.
Yeah, in a couple weeks, I'm going to talk a lot about this movie. I have a lot to say. I will say none of it here, but
Hey,
goddamn.
Ruby Jules, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm usually that reads out loud. I'm going to read it for Ruby Jules real quick. Hello, I'm the Panflu guy from DP Idol 3. I just became a patron. Everyone else should too. Also, I'm going to send you my bats like everyone else should do. As a fan, I feel it's my duty to support the show. Love you, Ben and Billy. DP never dies. You know, it's obviously not the fans' duty to support the show. It's the fans' duty to show up and enjoy the show. But like this support really literally does keep the lights on here.
Yes. Sometimes very special people step up and say, you know what? I'll keep your lights on.
Yeah.
Because the zebra effect is in full effect tonight.
The zebra effect.
Or no, right now, this will be the full zebra effect. Ben's gone and Hannibal's gone. Look at that.
We got
Zebra
full
effect,
zebra.
y'all.
We got full zebra. No.
Yeah, look, there's full zebra right now. Y'all drop some money right now for the zebra. Zebra's in the chat, y'all.
Zeb's up. Ancient Greek and Roman marble statues were actually painted to resemble the subject. Their marble facades are also painted, says Dragon in the West. Interesting. Vanessa Barbie gave big love. Here's Ariel. Thank you for bringing up the South Park. Ben's not here to read your question. Sorry. I didn't see the newest South Park, though. Appreciate you. Eric gave big love. Lord of Nurgle gave big love. Koopkar gave that big love. And that gets us all up to date on the donos. And did you watch the Eternals and Shang-Chi and everything too, or?
No, I need to watch the Eternals and Shang-Chi.
I've seen
also
both of them.
Hawkeye is coming out.
Yes.
It's
I still have
gonna
to catch up on Winter Soldier and I gotta see Black Widow too.
It feels like it's getting good right now. It feels like it's getting good. If you're into that sort of thing, and I think the majority of the world is, because Spider-Man just did the second biggest opening weekend of all time, and that's post-pandemic.
Yeah.
That's wild. I didn't think we'd see anything near that this
it was
soon.
amazing.
Everyone, please like the stream if you haven't already. We've got a little more of the show to do, and after the show, we're going to do the post show, so you can catch us there after this is over. And the links will be going out. The links will be available for everyone who's a patron or a member. The links will be posted in about around an hour from now. So
there you
go. They're set to automatically post. So. Also, I want to remind everyone that we're doing this right now. Anyone who's a $50 patron or above during the month of December, you're getting an exclusive shirt plus all this other stuff, and more than this actually. But this is the stuff that was listed immediately. So you should probably check that out. This is what the shirt looks like.
It's the mother load.
Yes,
We'll have a new shirt design too before the end of the month, so that those people that want to roll over on their $50 patron level can have access to a new T-shirt for next month.
Yeah,
if you decide to stick around at the $50 level.
Yeah, everyone that stays a $50 patron going into next month to where their pledge goes through again, you're going to get another shirt. We're going to test this out and see how we can build it up. And I mean, there's a lot of interesting options out there that we could take a look at.
Yes.
All right, we are. We'll take a look at Wild Bill really quick, and then we'll move on to something else.
Wild Bill for America.
A Pew study says that 53% of white liberal women have a mental disorder. Over half of leftist women are actually insane.
50%?
53% of white liberal women have a mental disorder?
Just because they have a mental disorder doesn't mean they're insane, by the way. He's saying that those things are the same thing. Like, if you have any type of mental illness, you're insane. Insanity is not all-encompassing like that.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
The study examined white liberals, moderates, and conservatives, both male and female. They found that conservatives were far less likely to be diagnosed with mental health issues, and that white women who are liberal were diagnosed as mentally ill at 56.3%.
A political alignment that you choose on your own later in life when you learn about politics doesn't affect whether or not you have mental illness.
No, it doesn't.
It might be the other way around, though. Like, because you have mental illness, you choose a certain side. I don't know. But who thinks JFK Jr. is still alive and is going to run for vice president with Trump? I don't know.
Conservative women at less than half that. This is not news to those of us who know what's going on. Someone recently said that people who read the news know what's happening. People who read the Bible know why.
Oh,
Conservatism
God.
is inextricably linked to Christianity, which is inextricably linked to good mental health and good moral standards, which is more important than many people think. The genuine Christian faith is the number one mental health program in the universe. When God, the creator of all life, brings a lost man or woman into his eternal family, he gives them new life and gives it abundantly. Here's a Wild Bill bullet of truth for America. Most of what the world calls mental illness is really deep-seated sin issues.
That's it. If you have a mental illness diagnosis, it's just because you sin too much and you piss off God all the time.
Yeah, I do love to sin, so fuck. Okay.
Women living in rebellion against God, nature, and often their own biology. Humans were designed to live in harmony with their Creator, and when they live without Him, it tears them up, mentally, physically, and spiritually.
When Trumpster Bob called Wild Bill, that's one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life.
Oh yeah, I heard that. That was amazing.
Yeah.
If conservatism is linked to Christianity, guess what liberalism is inextricably linked to? The exact opposite. Demonism, evil. Liberalism is the face of evil in America today. It deliberately and intentionally goes against God's moral authority. Think about it. They are on the wrong side of every moral issue every time. Sexuality, family, government, education, economics, energy, environment, politics. Wrong side of everything.
Just politics, all lumped in. Like you named all this political shit and then just politics.
Yep.
Come on, man. Come on. Do better, Wild Bill.
And it's making them crazy. Liberals have near total control of our institutions, and they are dragging the nation down to destruction. That's all they know how to do. If you want to escape your mental illness, step one is getting right with your Creator, becoming the man or woman you were created to be. As long as you are marching to the liberal drumbeat, you might as well be listening to Crazy Train through your earbuds, because that's the train you're on. And its
You're going off the rails on the Crazy Train.
Destination is hell, with a miserable trip along the way. If you're tired and weary of low moral life and the angry, mentally ill people of the left, then walk away. Seek the face of your Creator God. He's not far away. But know this, there's only one door that leads you to God, and that is Jesus Christ, the Son of God, who died on the cross to pay for all the stupid bad things you have said and done.
I didn't know he was this religious, okay?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Repent and believe the gospel message, and you shall be saved. God will take your craziness and replace it with His peace, and you will no longer be on the crazy train to hell. You'll be firmly on the stairway to heaven. Oh, yes.
Wow, you did an Ozzy reference and a Led Zeppelin reference.
Yeah, but Ozzy's on the Crazy Train. I'd rather ride with him.
Yeah.
And you can fire your therapist. This is Wild Bill for America. Thank you for watching, and America bless God.
So you got mental illness, fire your therapist, stop taking your medication, and pray to God, and you'll be cured, is what Wild Bill's saying. But we say the opposite.
Fuck him. Go ahead and cause people to commit suicide, you dumbass.
Yeah. What a he's not the brightest.
Yes, mental health is important.
It is
Take
important.
care of yourself, people.
I see a therapist.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poot poot.
Poot poot. Yeah,
It's
we're at 50% now going into our. So we're not doing our normal Saturday show. Our last show of this week is Thursday. So getting to 50% is really good. Thursdays are not normally our best performing days for donations. So if anyone wants to help us out and throw some in right now just to get us a little closer to 100%, you know, if we can get to 60, maybe even 70% going into Thursday, that would be really good.
There you go. Send it in.
Yeah.
Come on, look, we got zebra effect again.
Yeah.
We're balanced. The zebra's balanced.
The zebra effect.
Yes, it's balanced. You know, it's just me and you. Billy's gone. When
He's
you were
taking a
gone, it was balanced again when it was just me and Billy. Then it was thrown off balance.
He's taking a big fat dump right now.
Oh, he should have put the mic in the toilet. Let's hear those plops.
Link in the description to download the Brave browser. It's way better than Chrome, and the more you use it, the more basic attention cryptocurrency tokens that you get, and you can use them to remonetize YouTube since YouTube, their monetization went to shit about 4 years ago. Just use the Brave browser anytime you're browsing the internet, watching DP, doing anything with your browser. Use it. And then at the end of each month, thank you. At the end of each month, you get these tokens, and you can see them like when you click on this up here, and you just do it on one of our videos, or you can send it to us on Twitter also. If you're using the Brave browser and you go to Twitter, everybody who's verified has the little triangle, and you can tip them through Twitter also. Sometimes I'll get a Twitter tip here and there. Yeah, you know what? Twitter just enabled monetization on the DP Twitter also, which I didn't expect. So now there's all this other ways that Twitter was monetized.
Okay.
Do they take a lot of money off their monetization?
No, I think it's
100.
I think it's 100%. I think you can. I'm pretty sure.
Because I know they do ticketed events, I think, as well, where you can sell tickets to your talks.
Yes.
I was wondering how much they took off that, how much they scraped off of that.
I'm not sure about that one, but I know that the direct tips, and you know what? It's only through the mobile app that the tip thing even works with the actual Twitter tips themselves. But if you're using Brave like I am right now, and you go down to any tweet on our page, you can click on tip, and it'll it'll do this, so you can send in a tweet.
But it says Dua Lipa makes a swimsuit work in sub-zero weather because she wears Uggs with her snow boots with her swimsuit. How does that work? How does that even work?
I don't care at all about that.
She's gonna freeze.
Okay.
This is my ADD. Like I see a side thing, and I'm like what is going on? She's gonna freeze.
All right. Did we get any cool Streamlabs to read, or?
We did, and I read them while you were out of the room.
Oh, you did? Okay.
We just got Fixol Magicus with the big 20 monies that put us at 420 twin play.
Thank you,
guys. I really appreciate y'all getting us halfway through.
While you were gone, I was explaining that's really amazing since we're not doing a Saturday show.
Cleve disappear. Cleve disappear. Cleve disappear. Cleve disappear.
All right.
Cheyenne Smith in the pleb chat says you're not funny, which says a lot about you, Cheyenne Smith. If you're watching us for our politics and our news, that's even more pathetic.
Yeah. True.
Here's King Cobra JFS with a care package.
Oh, it's your boy King Cobra back at it with another live video. Yes. So I got a care package. Yes. So what do we get? Oh, we got booze for days. Here's our first drink combo. Ha 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 ha. Yes. A shit ton of shooters.
Why is he getting them in Ziplocs? Do people mail this to him?
I guess so. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some cigarettes. Oh, sniggly snap. And more shooters. I've been streaming very much. I run out of shit to talk about. And the world's getting stupider by the minute, so I'm just like, ugh. So thank you for the bitch and care package. I appreciate it. Check out this sweet shirt. It's got a topless nun with her titties covering inverted crosses. Sick. Very
sick.
Cult-like.
Okay.
Yes. It comes with 2 little gummies. 50 milligrams. Delta 8 gummies.
Delta
Does he fall
8.
asleep?
Delta 8's like a new, like a totally new thing that's legal in a lot of places because it is a cannabis product, but it's different. Have you heard about it?
Like it? I mean, I don't know what the difference is. I've heard about it, obviously. I've heard about people getting Delta 8 gummies left and right.
They're not as
Are they
strong
good?
as regular.
Is it CBD?
No, it's THC. It's a weaker THC from Delta 8.
We got a Heineken, and we got some Monster Nitrous, I believe. Yeah, Monster Nitro. Still rocking the Aussie shirt. See, I already know, man. You know what the best part about me taking a break from YouTube is? I come back, I'm still famous on YouTube, to some degree. A little bit of fame. But the trolls, they have nothing. All they have is texting me dumb shit. You better not go live, boy. You better not watch my videos, boy. Thanks for your support. Yes. The trolls are...
What the fuck was that?
He is the most optimist person in Casper, Wyoming. He's the most optimistic person in all of Casper, Wyoming.
Is he optimistic or is he just oblivious?
I think he's an optimist. My guy is like, you can't hold me down.
Oblivious optimist.
He's oblivious with bliss. He's a very
pissed
happy boy.
that I'm going live, and quite frankly, I don't care. I don't go live to piss off my trolls. That's just a bonus. I own their bitch lives.
The fucking what was it? Halloween stream that he did where they kept calling the bar that he was at, and when the guy working at the bar was like, "You gotta leave," he's like, "Dude, I'm autistic. Quit messing with me." He like rolled over on his back and was like, "Why are you picking on me?" Not literally, but he like, yeah. It was interesting because that's what he does when he's pressed on his streams too. He'll fall back on the "I'm autistic, I don't know any better" kind of shit.
Which I will be getting a new computer. I got enough money saved up. It may not come till about Christmas time, but that's just all right. I'm extremely grateful for the life I'm living right now and for the apartment I have. You do realize that...
Someone in the chat said, how do you use the patron chat as a patron? You go into the live, so like in the Discord, you go into the premium section and it's under live. And you have to make sure that your Patreon account and your Discord account are linked to each other. And then you'll have the roles required to do that.
My landlords are a fan of my videos and they understand the internet and that people can be assholes. Internet goons, as he called them. Cheers. The trolls got me kicked out of my last place by submitting false reviews to the Ada apartments.
That's not true.
And my ex-landlord just decided to term my lease.
I mean, you admitted that it was you, like, smoking and spray painting and shit.
Yeah, I thought it was the spray paint and smoke. That's what I heard last.
And the trolls are sitting there laughing their asses off. But look at that. Cobra got into a bigger space that has more modern conveniences like an air conditioner and a dishwasher. And it shows you I'm famous and that I own the trolls' lives. Otherwise, they wouldn't try so hard to fuck with your boy. Yes. Excuse me. Been rocking my Black Rain sleeveless shirt since Ozzy's birthday. That's most definitely what the fuck is up, YouTube. I'll drink to that. 67 likes. And Cobra Cult is starting to take over the world very, very, very slowly. And
Kind of like how Hulkamania was sweeping the nation, Cobra Cult is taking over the world.
Cobra Mania is going wild.
Brother.
It's
brother.
What are you gonna do?
I'll join the Cobra Cult.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
The beast.
When the Cobra Colts and the 24-inch shit stains run wild on you.
Not a sponsor.
The 24-inch skid marks.
Oh no, I'm gonna tattletale out to Clint and tell him his son's drinking on camera again. That's what I say to that. That just shows you I own the trolls' lives. It really does. Like, you're gonna tattletale on an autistic 30-year-old who's old enough to drink? Your life is sad, dude.
Why would you tattletale on an autistic 30-year-old that's old enough to drink? Let him hide his alcoholism from his dad like a real man.
Exactly.
I'm coming home. Fuck off, you cunt.
It's gonna bust a tooth.
That doesn't break in my teeth for that.
Did somebody super glue the bottle shut as a troll?
Maybe.
Oh, shit.
Why not use a tool of some sort? Like,
fucking cunt, dude.
Like, I would have given up. I would have maybe used like a pair of pliers to grip it and twist it or something.
There we go.
I wouldn't be busting my
fucking
teeth.
wanker. You fucking wanker scab.
Oh,
I don't even know
man.
what to call these fucking drink combos. Let's call it a drink combo, this shit.
It's green. It looks gross. You don't even care. You just mix things together and you don't care if they taste good.
I think you should call it the Irish wanker scab.
Yeah,
Oh.
there you go. There's the name.
Yeah. I tripped over the tarp. Whoops. Took a shower earlier. So I'm smelling tactical so fresh. Oh, yeah. No, I went to the post office earlier. This lady just looked at me.
I hope this gets animated, this story that he's about to tell.
I gave her a polite smile, too. Like I had my my King Cobra malt liquor hat on. I was just like that, you know what I'm saying?
I used to drink that shit back in the day because it was really cheap, like in my early drinking days.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cobra, all the malt liquors, cheap as fuck.
Yeah. What was the other one that I used to have all the time? It was Steel Reserve. I used to have that.
Oh,
a lot.
211s?
Yeah. High
I used to
gravity.
drink Fat Boy. Fat Boy was my shit. That was good. PHATBOY. Good
I've
stuff.
never heard of that before.
Yeah, it was super obscure.
It's like, oh, King Cobra, he's a chauvinistic male pig. And I'm like, excuse the fuck out of you? Do you even watch my videos? Or you just fucking sit there and assume shit? That was rude as fuck, dude. I was just like, you don't even fucking know me, honey. I don't give a fuck when I get some sweet of-age pussy. I got mad respect for women for days. Even if women don't respect us men, I still respect them because it's the bigger thing to do. I got mad respect for women. Oh, but you use the C word on your channel all the time. So what? I've heard women call each other that word all the time. Or the word cunt. Yeah, you know what? Fuck off. Okay, I'm 80% British for one. Like that's any excuse. And two, it's just cussing. I don't refer to women
It's
as
true.
cunts
It is disgusting.
unless
It is
they
disgusting.
It's so cringy when he like starts speaking in this awful Scottish accent and pretends like he's so drunk he can't like help but the Scottish comes out of him. He's not from Scotland. I'm willing to bet. I don't know 100% for sure, but I'm willing to bet he's never even been to Scotland. He's just he makes up some weird stuff sometimes. I feel like he easily convinces himself of things being real when they're not.
Yeah.
Like how he sees magic happen, like he does magic all the time and like swears it's real.
Pacific woman has earned it. I mean, she really has to try to fucking earn it, in my personal opinion. Like, maybe if you farted every once in a while, you wouldn't be such a tight ass.
What?
I fart a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if the farts keep my ass tight or loose.
I don't think they do either. I don't think they cause any effect.
I've done a lot of farting. I don't know, man. This is questionable.
I don't think
Maybe
there's any.
that's-
I don't think there's any permanent effects of a lot of farting. I don't think so.
No.
Real talk. My trolls don't have what I have, and it's glorious. You want to talk shit on me not having a girlfriend? That's because you don't have
I don't know
one
if that's
too, and
true
you're
though. I
jealous.
bet you some of his trolls do have autism.
Maybe. I mean, the odds are at least a few of them would be. It's a pretty common condition.
The trolls might have what you have, Josh. They might.
The
Some of
ones who show that insane amount of dedication, I'd be betting maybe they are, or maybe something else is wrong with them. It's kind of like the Chris Chan people, the people that like go dig through his garbage and drive by his house or her house to like see what's going on there. Yeah,
Josh is so much more likable to me.
He
than
is.
Chris Chan.
Easily. He's not going to do the unspeakable thing that we think Christine probably did. You know?
Josh isn't sex crazed. He's very chill with waiting 5, 10, 24 years for the streak to end.
If it was just a rumor, I'd be giving Christine the benefit of the doubt if there wasn't like recorded testimony saying that they did that. I probably would be like, oh well, let's see what happens when it goes to court or whatever. But I'm their admission of it, not knowing they were being recorded, leads me to believe that they did do what they're accused of, and they'll probably be found guilty. But we'll see. The only defense that Christine's attorney is going to be able to do is my client is crazy, and they have no idea what they were saying
anymore. I makes my uvula swell up.
It makes your uvula swell up? That's the thing that hangs in the back of your throat, right? Like,
is it like an allergy, or is it just your uvula is like, no, stop. It's Steel Reserve. Your
Yeah.
body has gotten a herd immunity to Steel Reserve. Nasty.
One faster than you can. Cheers. But yeah, again, big shout out to the fan who sent the sick care package with all the shooters and the tobacco and the sea monkeys. They sent me a note. It says, my best friend's dad killed himself around this time of year, so he gets bummed around the holidays. Hashtag fuck suicide. Yeah, that just breaks my heart when I hear about shit like that, man. It makes me appreciate my dad. That being said, like I said, I'm going to send that dude's best friend, dudettes, a free wand to go with the signed tapes.
I want to see some of the lathed wands, because I think the quality, at least the aesthetic of the wands has improved dramatically.
Yeah, his dad's like lathing them, right?
Oh, is that how it's working? So he's not even making the wands anymore.
Well, the lathing process, he's not allowed to use the lathe without his dad's supervision. So
Good
I guess his
idea.
dad's just pumping out wands for him.
Yeah, like his dad would rather make the wands than have to pay the hospital bill. That would probably have to happen.
His dad's probably enjoying having some quality time with his boy
Sure.
too. I want to see how they're turning out with the new lathe. I'm excited.
No, because I feel bad for people when that kind of shit happens, man. That's the reason why I don't do it is because that's what the trolls want. And the fact that the trolls want me to do that kind of shit shows I own their fucking sorry faggot asses. Referring, of course, I should probably...
Cobes.
Okay, you know what? Scratch that. I need to work on that. It's a guy thing.
Good
Guys
job,
call each
Cobes.
other that all the time, regardless if it's true or not. And I gotta work on that. That's, yeah.
You do.
You know,
Cobes. You got to work on that.
You want to
I
call
like
it
that you
homophobic,
acknowledge that.
call it what you want, but I support gay rights as long as you ain't creeping on kids. I don't give a shit. It should be legal to kill sick fucks. I get down with the marijuana. It helps with my Asperger's. I notice that when I'm stoned, it's much like when I drink. It helps me maintain. I'm a lot more social when
he drinks all day and gets high to cure his Asperger's. That's why he does it.
Spurgin for certain. That's the only cure.
I drink or smoke. Like, those are my main two vices, cannabis and alcohol.
He wishes
When I
he
smoke
could add
pot,
a
it
third
tells me I hate
vice, but he's in a
sickos.
dry
Like I
spell
said,
right
fuck
now.
the Forbidden Four. Bob Marley said it best. When you smoke pot, you find yourself, mon.
Mon.
Lucifer's lettuce. No! Hey, YouTube, it's Krusty the Clown.
It's bad.
You know what fucking kills me about Alcoholics Anonymous is they tell you gotta quit drinking. They don't teach you to moderate. Some people can't. Some people just don't have that control. Me, on the
Oh, he's gonna claim he has control.
other hand, I'm kind of like, yeah, I could have like 2 or 3, maybe 4 minimum, and be like, I'm chill.
But how frequently?
The only reason I don't like drinking in bars anymore is because
The only time he has 2 or 3 or 4 minimum is when he can only afford 2 or 3 or 4 drinks.
Right.
you don't know how the asshole next to you is going to behave when they start drinking.
No, you don't go to bars anymore because when you go, you have to stream for some reason, and then you get kicked out because trolls call the bar and get you kicked out.
I think people in like Hollywood are checking out your boy Cobra. A couple celebrities actually watch my videos, and I'm cool with that. Because if you're one of these fucking
I do bet
asshole-
there are celebrities that watch his videos because he's like that guy on the internet. Like, you know, there are celebrities that have seen Chris Chan and stuff.
Sure.
I wonder who they are. I wonder what celebrities are in the Cobra cult.
I'm pretty sure there were people over at Sega that referenced Chris Chan once or twice. People that were working on Sonic at the time.
Really?
Yeah, so even over at Sega, you know, certain people who are younger that follow that sort of stuff.
What if it turns out Ben Affleck is in the Cobra cult? Steve-O. Steve-O's the type of guy that would love King Cobra.
I would encourage you to seek help. It's disgusting. Disgusting! I remember
Tom
when
Hanks
me
is
and
in the
Alex
Cobra
Anderson would go to Frosty's and grab a picture. My buddy Alex Anderson died of epilepsy. And that's just one of those good moments I have about Frosties. You know, going there with my of-age girlfriend and watching the Super Bowl, going there with homies and grabbing a picture. And then for a while it shut down, and then the new owner bought it, and she's pretty chill. So it is what it is.
Cardi B is a big
after
Cobra
that,
fan.
incident, I'm kind of avoiding Frosties at the moment. Blackberry and pickle, man, that's weird.
What?
Oh, fucking hell.
What the?
Blackberry and pickle?
Fuck, that burns. Oh, that burns so good.
Oh,
look at
he's
his
drooling.
maw. Look at his maw. His maw
Don't
is
drink
just
that.
his maw is just dripping with regret.
Gross.
Ugh.
Oh, fucking shit. Separately, they're good, but together, that's just weird, dude.
Why would
Holy
you
shit.
look? His drip is won't stop.
Now his horrendous
Killer-
guitar playing.
Killer tunes, Cobes.
It's horrendous.
Why would you mix
Did I-
pickle liquor and blackberry vodka? Why?
Because he mixes everything. He doesn't give a shit.
I like that he finally found something gross that we can all agree is gross, even himself.
Yeah.
Usually us saying, "Oh, that's nasty. Why would you do that?" Now it's like, okay, at least he agrees this time.
Drink combination
Trying
is
to find
wicked
that
weird.
bad- He's trying to pinpoint it.
Blackberry with pickle flavor. Ha! And I drank it all too. Look at that. It's all gone. The potion time glass. Booyah, baby.
It's not all
Gross.
gone. Half of it's dripping down your beard right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't count as all gone if you have hanging saliva gestating in your fucking chin patch.
So, we got a little bit more time before we go and do the post show. I had another video, but I think I'm going to save it for next time. There's Gale Commandments 2.0 now.
Wow, nice. The new house, new rules.
Billy, do you really think this man has taste buds left after all the fucked up combinations he makes?
Well, let me suggest this to you, Lord of Nurgle. What if his taste buds are just so beyond all of ours that he can pick up the subtle hints in the concoctions that he makes, and it doesn't just taste like an amalgamation of gross to him, but it tastes like a flowing river of enchanted textures and flavors and seasonings.
Just because
you don't know,
just because it's possible doesn't make it likely, and I would say that's a less likely possibility than him just not knowing what he's doing and oftentimes regretting what he does.
I will say this: nothing about King Cobra is likely. He's a very unlikely individual. But you're probably right about that.
Yes.
We got Chet Lemon in chat said his beard looks like Billy's walls. I did not Spider-Man Cobra's beard, okay?
Yes, yes.
Monty, do you think you can guess what the Nick Fury is?
The wall's an eye.
Not the wall. It's just when you shoot a load into the ocular cavity and it covers their eye like an eye patch. That's the Nick Fury. I told you. I have a whole compendium of Avengers positions or.
There
or
was
nastiness.
back in the late 80s. I used to collect the Spider-Ham comics.
Yes.
And there was Nick Fury instead of Nick Fury. Yeah.
Yes.
How is this not somebody's fur costume?
I don't know.
There needs to be a furry that's Nick Fury. The Spider-Ham Christmas or Halloween Spectacular?
Yes.
Peter Porker, the Spectacular, Spider-Ham?
Yes. There was Hulk Bunny. The Hulk was just like a big ass green rabbit with all these muscles. Captain Americat was another one. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Here's the Hulk Bunny.
Hulk for a while he had bunny slippers, right? There was like I remember a famous Hulk with I think giant guns and bunny slippers.
See, there's Captain Americat down at the bottom. This is Spider-Ham #1.
Oh,
Peter
there he is.
Porker, and Goose Rider, which is Ghost Rider, but they're a goose.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Cute. Do they have a Wolverine? Was he like
I
anything?
wonder how many issues it went on. I know when they did the Spider-Verse movie, Spider-Ham was in it for a second, which was kind of interesting.
Do you think they just Spider-Ham to like mock people who were vegans?
I don't think so. Veganism wasn't even that big of a thing back then. We're talking
I would hope not.
Like mid to late 80s.
I would hope that wasn't a slight Spider-Ham, Peter Porker. Like somebody really was laughing about that. They're laughing their ass off.
At Marvel Comics.
Yeah. They're like, what if we did a run of comics called Spider-Ham? And get this, his real identity is
Peter
Porker.
Yeah.
Somebody had to pitch that, and somebody had to say, "Fuck yes."
Yeah.
Created by Larry
Spider-Ham also
Hama
became
and Tom
one of their more popular characters.
Yeah, these are the creators.
Yeah. Spider-Ham made it into the Spider-Verse. So.
Yeah. Oh, Spider-Ham was great.
They got something right with him.
I loved Into the Spider-Verse. That was such a great little cartoon, little flick.
Yeah.
It was such a
trailer
nice
for the sequel.
flick. Yeah. They're good.
Looks
They're doing
awesome.
They're doing 2 sequels, right? They have part 1 and part 2 of Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, really? I didn't know it was going to be 2. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Heard the word. Second the best, third the one with the hairiest chest.
Okay. Awesome.
Oh.
Whoa, why do we get this fancy new screen? What is this all about?
Ben has had this for a while to do whatchamacallit, debates. It's a debate screen. And I think he utilizes it now to shrink my beautiful face down smaller.
Yeah.
Because he secretly doesn't want the fans to have exactly what they came here for. Is my beautiful.
I'd rather them look at this. Watch when the light catches my face just right.
Yeah.
You see that? Mm-hmm.
I think Ben was a little worried the zebra effect was too powerful because he had to like imbalance the zebra effect for us.
Yeah, he had to imbalance the zebra, but
he had to make
they know what's up.
You bigger, me smaller, just to imbalance the zebra effect.
Yeah,
I think it doesn't matter though; it's still working.
Yeah. You can't kill the zebra, Ben, as hard as you try.
Don't fear the zebra or the reaper either.
Yeah. Needs more cowbell though.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Ooh. I went to Costco today.
Okay.
Went to Costco. I'll tell you this. They had, for the first time that I've noticed, samples back at Costco.
They've got samples back?
Yeah, like for COVID, they were shut down for the longest time, right?
Oh, I know. Yeah, the one I go to. No more samples.
I went there today and they had samples back, and I had one sample. It was a like a Jimmy Dean sausage breakfast patty. It was $12 for 36 patties, and they're good sized patties. They're good chunking patties.
Yeah.
And I picked it up after the sample because I looked at it. I looked at the carb count. It said 0 carbs. And I was like, oh, I'm about to start making breakfast sandwiches with my keto bread and some egg and some cheese.
There you go.
I've been grilling cheese sandwiches quite a bit as my main form of nourishment lately. I'm just like, let's make a keto grilled cheese. Let's go.
All right. What goes into a keto? What counts as keto and not keto?
So I get this bread. It says keto on it. It's made of like dietary fiber. I don't know if I have the loaves I have some loaves over on the other side of the room. Not going to go grab them, but they have 12 grams of dietary fiber and 0 grams of like other fiber. So it's a net 0 slice of bread. It tastes like it's a white bread, and it's like 35 calories a slice, which is much less than a regular slice of bread. So I don't know what's in it. I don't know if it's smoke and mirrors. I don't get it, but it makes a fine grilled cheese sandwich.
Okay.
Any sugar in it? 0.
See, that's good enough for me.
Yeah, and I got Tillamook. I got some Tillamook cheese. I got Colby Jack and Monterey Jack. Those are good grilled cheeses. Monterey Jack has a good pull to it when you eat it. Got to add avocado. I don't know how to add avocado to a grilled cheese. Do you put it in?
Avocado's not good cooked.
Yeah, I think avocado cold would be better.
Yeah. I sprinkle a little Tony's on some avocado. Eat that shit straight. Delicious.
Yeah, I'll do a straight rip of avocado all day long.
Yeah.
I almost bought avocado today, but it was like, I think 5 avocados were $10 at Costco. And they look good, but I never know if they're going to be ripe when I get them. There's usually like a window where I get them and they're not ripe and they're too hard to eat. And then I'm like, okay. And then I wait. And then when I finally try them, they're good to go, but they're only good for like a day. So I got to eat like 5 avocados in the next 2 or 3 days.
So which one would you choose from this list here? All right. So, all right. So this is a list of grilled cheese sandwiches. This is the classics part of the list.
Oh, I without even looking any further, like the Monte Cristo. I love Monte Cristos. That's the fattest sandwich. They deep fry the sandwich in its own batter.
Oh, by the way, at this place, you can have any sandwich on the menu battered and deep fried. That's an option here too. Like literally any sandwich on the menu or burger, because they serve burgers there too.
Yeah,
wild.
That's me.
The Mighty Mac looks good. The Cleveland steak and cheese looks bomb. The melt cheeseburger is bomb. The Dude Abides.
What's the Dude Abides?
It's a meatball sandwich.
Yeah.
Look at that big, thick bread.
That's what I want.
It's
Look
Texas
at that big old
toast.
thick bread. Let's look at the pork now. Cuban war pig. Is that trouble? Is there fried pickle in there? Yep,
Yes.
fried pickle spear.
They have a fried green tomatoes sandwich too that I've gotten a few
Backyard
times.
pork barbecue. Let's look at the chicken. We got chicken and waffles, bomb. Parma Italia. I love Parma. I used to go to Jack in the Box and I would order an order of mozzarella sticks and chicken sandwich, and I would take the mozzarella sticks, put them on top of the chicken sandwich, cover it with the marinara packet, and I would eat it. I called it a hot Italian pussy, and I would eat it. And it was like having a chicken parm from Jack in the Box.
They got like loaded mac and cheese and shit.
That's fat right there. That's all fat right there.
Chicken bacon ranch looks amazing.
Man,
Yeah,
there's
that's
so when you come to Seattle, I want you to try this mac and cheese from a place called Beecher's, and they'll dress it up. They sometimes I'll get it with like sausage and bacon in it. It's so good. It's amazing.
What are the salads? Go back to the salads. I want to see the salads. What's some of those? That's a thick salad.
Yeah.
A chicken cowboy, crispy chicken, melt house. I would probably order the crispy chicken salad if I was there. That looks fairly keto. I'd say keep the croutons. I don't need them. Then I'd cry a little bit.
They used to have like pierogies on the menu, and it doesn't look like they have the fried green tomato sandwich anymore. But yeah, they used to have like pierogies as starters and shit.
Right there, they have kettle chips and dip. I probably gained about 90 pounds eating just kettle chips and cottage cheese dip. I would mix like a ranch packet in with some cottage cheese, and then get these thick kettle chips. That was like my go-to fat food when I was fatting around in a depressed state.
This is the one I would go to.
Melt. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down.
She says, bruh, $15 salad. I pay $15 when I go to Chipotle.
They have this mural. It's like famous Ohioans on it, and they got Macho Man Randy Savage on it.
Cute.
Yeah. It's good times.
Welcome. Are they putting a melt in Seattle? I swear I heard about a melt coming.
It will. It's probably a different company with the same name. Maybe I don't know how that works, but I don't think they're outside of Ohio. I think all their locations are in Ohio. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about melt.
I'm sure there's probably other restaurants that have that name. I don't think they can.
Is Shaq putting a restaurant in the Kraken stadium?
I don't know. There's one like really nice restaurant that I walked by that you have to have like club level tickets to even get to.
Shit.
It looks really nice, and the food normally there they had prime rib. They had like poutine with prime rib on it.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. So Shaq is bringing his chicken joint, Big Chicken, to Climate Pledge Arena because I saw pictures of Shaq wearing the Kraken jersey.
It's prime rib. It's prime rib chili is what I meant to say, not poutine. Chili, prime rib chili.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chili.
Sorry. Yeah,
That's
there's
even
all
better.
sorts of good. There's all sorts of good stuff in that place, man. Like that's part of why I want to go to another game, just to go back to the arena. The arena's insane. Yeah.
Come for the food, stay for the game.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
there's like a whole craft beer area where it's like mostly local stuff. That's pretty amazing. And all the cups that they pour you a beer in are aluminum because those recycle better. It's like the environmentally conscious arena. All of the hockey ice is rainwater that they filter and turn into the hockey ice.
That's cool too. Awesome.
And it makes sense because it rains here almost all winter, so it makes sense that they do that. It would go down a drain otherwise.
Yeah. It's badass. Y'all are doing it right over there then.
Yeah.
Well, it's because the guy who owns it has been going to space. He's just trying to do whatever he can.
Yeah, but I will
his
say he could have named it Amazon Arena or Bezos Arena or whatever, and he just named it Climate Pledge Arena. There is a thing called the Climate Pledge that Bezos and a whole bunch of other people are involved in. So
Yeah, so he wanted to put awareness on that over the business that basically already has awareness everywhere. So why would you put it on your main business that everybody knows about when you could use it as a advertisement for your climate pledge project?
Well, I'll say that I don't think that there's another instance of that. Like every other corporate sponsored sporting venue is, Nationwide Arena or T-Mobile Park or, whatever, Lumen Field.
But I think it was very close to being Epstein Island Arena when Epstein was going to buy the Jets.
The arena in Cleveland is the Quicken Loans Arena.
Oh my God!
There's the Superdome. It's the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. You know.
I think it's the Caesar's
oh, is that
Palace
what it is
Superdome.
now? Oh yeah, they changed it. They changed it.
Yeah, they just changed it.
Yeah, like
No longer Mercedes-Benz.
our baseball stadium used to be Safeco Field, and now it's T-Mobile Park.
Yeah.
They change sponsorships over time. So I think we're going to go do the post show. Monty, you can come with us if you want, or if you got to go, that's cool.
I might dip out.
All right.
But
everybody, you know
you
the
keep calling.
ordeal.
I might pop back in if I get bored.
Okay.
If you haven't already followed the shit show and Monty with Hannibal, what are you doing with your life?
Yes.
Thank you, Monty, for hanging with us
We'll
tonight.
get these sweet boys on soon.
Yes. Yes. Let's do
See
it.
y'all later.
All right.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.